Welcome to Journey JavaFX. This is the season 2 episode number 22. In this episode, we are going to working on the local folder management stuff. Back to my project idea. I want to have a subfolder which is gonna hold all the raw materials for my research or whatever into one place. So then, we need to do something about this folder manage stuff. Let's get started. The idea is pretty simple. I'm gonna cut the whole idea into a few episodes to make it, as short as possible. So in this episode, we are gonna focusing on prepare a stories root folder, which is gonna be the root for all those subfolders, right? And also, this subfolder has to be created while a new record is created. It's kind of align them together. So now let's go to our IntelliJ. So the first thing, what I want to do is more like, let's do this. Erase everything, make it bigger. First is create the subfolder first. So then what I'm thinking is just under our season 2 folder, I'm gonna create a subfolder called stories. It's kind of a collection of stories. So the root of it is called stories, right? So how to do that is quite simple. Files.create directories, more like something like this. Stories. Yeah, that's it. And for this function, the best part of it is more like it's kind of if the subfolder is already there, it will do nothing. Otherwise, it will go ahead and create it. Just take a look at here. Why is say a red color? Oh, it's asking for a path, right? It's asking for a path. All right, then we pass it into a path. Path is .get, right? Dot. I think stories is good enough. So for this one, it requires some decoration. Let's run a test on it. For now, the local folder has no, stories subfolder. I'm expecting after I click this button, it will be there. Test, nothing happened. Yeah, we get this story. As simple as that. So this part works. How about we run it again? Because to test out it's already there. What's gonna happen if it's already there? So I click once and twice and 3 times. It's just no big difference. Yeah, it's already there. So it's cool. So for this method, we don't even need to do a test. Say, if the subfolder is not there, then create it. Otherwise, do nothing. So this line of code is pretty smart. What I'm going to do is cut it into a initializer. Let's say public void subfolder root initializer, something like this. Just trying to make more sense. Okay, and then I'm gonna call this method in our initializer is okay, because for the our refresh button is unnecessary to check it. We just need to check it once, right? While our application launch, right? So this thing will handle the prepare subfolder thing. So next thing we're gonna do is more like create the subfolder. When we create a kind of when we create the new stories, the new records, right? So the rule I come up is more like the date underscore and a title name, right? So then we need to put this into our insert kind of place, right? The query is over here. Let's make it bigger. So just think about it. So this one currently is getting that. What we are going to do, we are going to construct this folder name. Oh, not copy record. The insert one record. Insert one record. How about we change it into insert a new record, right? I think it will make more sense. I'm gonna do a refactor, rename, say new record. Okay, so from this moment on, the method is called insert dot new record instead of insert dot one record. I think the new record makes more sense. So we gotta figure out this folder part. The goal is output a thing like this. The folder part, let's just put a note here. This is our target. They are target. So we have this date, right? Just take a look at my date stuff. Make sure we have the function. Get int, not this one. Get local date, not this one. Get string date from int. So this one will return it. Perfect, we already have it. So then go back to here. What I gonna replace is right here. So first is the date. Let's say my dot date stuff dot get string date from int date, right? Instead of this, we're gonna have the story dot get int date, and we're gonna plus a underscore, right? And then we're gonna plus a story dot get title, right? For this one, I just want to make something, even push it even further. It's more like, say, for folder names, instead of windows, sometimes when we handle a folder name with, space in the name, sometimes it's kind of a tedious thing, right? So for now, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna do a trim or stripe. Remove whatever the leading and the tailing, the blank space, and then I'm gonna replace all the blank space with a underscore, right? So in this way, it will be look a lot better. We're gonna see it in just a moment. Now I do a save. I think everything should work. This is the name. Oh, also we got create a folder, right? Yeah, and then go back to our controller. Let's try it instead of this, right? Just assuming we are just assuming today is what date? 2021st 12/23, and we want to create a folder, something like some project name. Okay, yeah, it will work. We can use the same method, files dot create directories, and for this one we're gonna pass in this passes dot get. So the first part will be stories, right? And then plus our project name. I think we don't even need to test it. It's so simple. At pass. Oh, plus would be inside of the bracket, right? Something like this. Yeah. For safety purpose, let's test it. So now it's gonna create a subfolder like this instead of our subfolders, right? Instead of our stories folder. So let's do a test. Yeah, right there, works. So then we're gonna insert this part into our save button, right? And it only happens to a new record. Insert a new record, right? So the first we're gonna say insert new record. Okay, say step 2, insert data, insert record to DB, but we need a step 1. Step 1, create subfolder, right? So over here, I'm gonna copy paste it right there. So for now, we need to figure out the name part, right? So this one gonna be decoration, the method. Okay, stories. How about we just copy paste the same part, My data stuff, this is gonna give us this. Okay, there's extra space, I deleted it. Go back here. Do we have the story? Yes, we already have the story created, so I think we can just paste it in. Right, this is the root, and this is the the date, right? Story date, because new record, the date. The passing in the name, stripe it, and replace whatever the empty space. All right, I think we are done. Let's do a test. For now, we are testing it. Let's say today's date, 1 hour, and the title is say testing, create record, and subfolder 1, right? And for this one, just give it a dummy test, and then I'm gonna copy paste the whole part, and then make it some lovely color. Let's say some orange, and make them bigger. Yeah, that's big enough. Okay, let's do a save. Story is null. Oh, that's why we need to move it a little down. So this is the story first. All right, how about we move it up? Right, so we make the story first and then do whatever we have to do. Let's do a rerun. Luckily, I copied the text, Okay, so we're gonna make them orange again, and then very big, and hashtag test, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So now I'm gonna click on save. Looks working. So yeah, this one is automatic selected. That's perfect. Let's take a look at our subfolder. Yeah, you see, all those blank space are replaced by the underscore. So the function works. Yeah, I think we achieved the goal of this episode. Then what we are going to do next is making this part work. The goal is more like, whenever we select the item, this part will list out all those subfolders and files inside of this list view. We're gonna do it in next episode. See you in the next.